A crash out, also known as a crash dummy, is a shared trait in all of anime. You always have that one character ready to end it all and ruin everyone's day. These are just the most disciplined crackheads. All they want to do is cause mass destruction. They don't think first, just straight to violence. Exhibit A.
What a wonderful era to be reawakened. Women and children are crawling everywhere like maggots. How marvelous! It'll be a massacre!
With that being said, let's go over the best anime crash outs, starting with Megumi. Megumi always seemed like a chill character from day one. I thought he ain't really loud and kept to himself, until you finish season 2 and rewatch. Bro almost ended the series on the first episode. What? One Finger Sukuna. He tried to summon the Divine General on One Finger Sukuna. Megumi said, if I lose, we lose. He got bailed out by Gojo and I thought, damn, you know what? Sukuna is him. So I understand him for trying that. But bro attempted that sign 4 different times before actually going through with it. And the time he actually does, he knew damn well it was over with. Megumi ain't even have no plans on staying alive past this. His final words of the season was, I'll be dying first. He takes every opportunity to try and off himself. Just straight crash out behavior. For our next crash dummy, we have Kagaya, who honestly came as a surprise. Another chill character who ain't never really showed that Black Air Force energy. Kagaya pulled off one of the greatest backdoors I've seen in anime. Muzan pulled up and thought shit was sweet, but Ubuyashiki stayed 10 toes down. Muzan let his guard down thinking because he got his family with him and he had no ill intent that it was going to be easy, but Kagaya pulled out a crash out card. I ain't know bro was so ruthless. To let his family just die because he had beef with his cousin is insane. What makes this even worse is he knew Muzan wasn't going to live anyway. His daughters was probably thinking,
so what if we're actually like, I don't know, I'm just getting silly here. What if we're not into the plan?
The next crash out I'm going to talk about is Mob. It really do be the chillest dudes who be the most likely to crash out because Mob was just straight up soft. The show's name itself is an example of how he gets when he sees red. His biggest crash out was when he got hit by a car and couldn't give some flowers to his crush. I mean, come on, bro. My heart get crushed and I just gotta take that to the chin. But he's ready to blow the whole town down. If everyone else reacted this way, Shonen Worlds wouldn't even be a thing. He was so mad he couldn't even control his own power. This was no longer the crybaby we knew. This was the personification of a shiesty mask. Because when you see one of those, you know shit about to get devious. After Mob does all that, he finally gets rejected after confessing his feelings. Man's destroyed the whole town before getting rejected. Gotta call this one a pre-crash out. Another crash out demon is Eren Yeager, the most diabolical MC ever. He got a taste of freedom and decided nobody should have it. I kinda knew he was gonna be a problem the first time he went to the beach and looked depressed. Like, how can you be depressed at a beach? His first diabolical antics was when he transformed in Marley. Not only did he purposefully kill everyone above him, he ran and stomped out the rest of the crowd looking for the Warhammer Titan. He ain't care about the woman or children, pulling a play straight from Sukuna's book. It only gets worse from there. Eren could have just made sure the Eldians went extinct and allowed the world to be free, but instead, he chose violence. He started the rumbling and committed mass genocide. He quickly went from murder is wrong to nah, it really is just a number. Not even Naruto could have talked him out of this one. Our next crash out is Sasuke. Sasuke is a level-headed character for the most part, but when it comes to Naruto, he be real life tweaking. The first time we witnessed this is when he challenges bro all because he's jealous. He got embarrassed so bad he had to leave the village. Afterwards, he just started going through traumatic life events and turns into Kenpachi 2.0. Now you know he's crazy when he tries to kill both of his shorties. More than happy to be alone cause his big bro died. Then Sasuke just started tripping some more right after the 4th Great Ninja War. He really looked at Naruto in his eyes and said, "You're not that guy, pal. I'm gonna be the Hokage." And once again, treating his snow bunnies like dog water. This 100% was the most uncalled for crash out in anime history. Now Gon's crash out was generational. It wasn't even about him. He just wanted to get back for his mans. He sacrificed every ounce of nen he had just to run this fade. This was the most locked in Gon has been the entire series. He straight put the beats on P2. Definitely gained some aura points for this one. Truly a generational crash out performance. Kid Buu wanted nothing more than to just fight and destroy everything. Normally when you have a villain, there is some sort of motives behind their actions, but not with Kid Buu. Bro absorbed people and blew up planets for fun. This is one of them crash outs where all you could do is pray you make it because there's a 99% chance Buu's bombing your world. When he first spawned in, the initial thought was he got weaker because, you know, he went from Super Buu to now a Kid Buu. But I couldn't have been more wrong. He wasted no time and charged up a devious energy ball just to blow the planet up. He didn't even give him a chance to fight first. After successfully blowing the planet up, Buu goes to the afterlife to kill the people already dead. He's killing the people he already killed, just wreaking havoc twice, just for fun. This is one of them inevitable crashouts. Let's talk about Shisui for a minute, because this man might be worse than Megumi. Danzo folded him one time and he ain't even try to get back. He just took his eye out and unalived himself. Shisui's potential as a character was so crazy. He was the youngest Uchiha to unlock Mangekyo. At 7 years old, he watched his best friend get blitzed. So maybe this is where it all started. I don't know if I'd consider him a crash out, but that was definitely crash dummy behavior. With Vegeta, we know that all his crashes were justified for the most part. I mean, he was doomed from birth. I'd have been mad as hell if my hairline was that cooked. They've been doing him dirty from the beginning. I mean, Cell literally walked down his only son. He had no other choice but to be on demon time. Bro put all he had into his attacks, and it still flopped. Then for Beerus to slap Bulma right in front of him is just diabolical. Once you hear them piano keys playing, you already know Vegeta's on BT. We can't forget about that shit he pulled with Buu either. He could have just teamed up with Goku and jumped him, but he decided he wanted to end Buu's entire bloodline right here. I think Vegeta been around them Sabermen for too long because this was a play straight from those crash out demons. Dragon Ball is home to many crash outs, but that makes sense because this show is just straight boxing. It's also home to the original crash out king, Broly. Broly has been the face of crash outs in anime since he's been introduced. Goku had him traumatized at birth. The mere thought of him alone got him seeing red. The way he did the Z fighters was so cold, dragged them all through the mud. Broly completed the first reverse jumping. Then, in the second movie, he comes back and gets PTSD from Goten. It's just like when Muzan saw Tanjiro and had Yorichi flashbacks. But the difference is, Broly ain't run. Anytime you see Broly, you know it's on sight with Goku. He don't give a damn how it happens, just as long as it happens. He'll box just about anybody over this feud, which is what makes him the king of crash outs. Some honorable mentions are Sukuna, Bakugo, Levi, and Gaara. Their characters were constructed to do one thing, and they did that. I would consider Kenpachi as well, but let's face it, he's on another level compared to these characters. Subscribe for more like this, and I'll see you in the next one.